What's up guys, this is Crypto James talking to you today about Bitshares. Now, Bitshares has been pumping in the last 24 hours. This is off the back of some news regarding the Bitshares are owners of a particular exchange. They're part of a quite significant foundation. It's quite interesting actually. I want to get kind of straight into this news story because it also has something to do with Vitalik Buterin too. Before I get into any of that though guys, if you are new to the channel, or even if you've not been back here for a while, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on this channel. And in the videos I showed everyone I was buying these cryptos up because I thought they were going to have some serious gains. And you can see what the prices were of all these coins when I recorded my vids. You can see what highs these coins hit less than 18 months onward. Now, I sold all of these, and I have been buying up new cryptos. But if you'd sold these, say you'd have done $100 into each one, and you'd sold 18 months on, that would have been a $2,600 investment. Your profit from that $2,600 investment would have been over 123 grand, which is pretty good. Now, since I sold all these, I've been buying up new cryptos. I keep doing it left, right, and center. I've been doing it since we had the market crash. Now, I share all the coins that I'm in at copymycrypto.com. This is a website I run where the members are alerted and told anytime I buy a crypto. I tell them what the crypto is, the gains I think it can have, the percentage of my money I'm putting in. When I sell one, I do the same thing. What coin am I selling? What percentage am I selling? And what am I doing with my profits? Am I putting them in the bank? Am I reinvesting them? And there is no work for the members. There's a reason that we have over 3,000 members now, and that's because of the successes we had. We had coins that 100x. We had Phantom that nearly 700x, guys. Now, if you didn't have the gains in the last bull cycle, or even, I would just suggest look at your gains in the last bull cycle. What did you end up making? And then go on to copymycrypto.com and compare against the members. You can see what the members invested. You can see what they made. You can also see everything I've said in the past, and you can verify it all because it's all public record. So you can literally go through this channel and confirm everything that you read, and you can make a decision if this is something that's going to produce better returns than you did in the last bull cycle. So go check it out, guys. Right, Bitshares. So, Bitshares is having an interesting time, guys. So let's refresh this. I don't know why that's doing that. So, in the past sort of day, it's up about 30% as of right now. And it's having a bit of a run. It's having a bit of a run, and it's off the back of some interesting news. So Vitalik Buterin has been revealed to be the secret founder of another blockchain. So, it turns out Vitalik is also the co-founder of Wanxiang blockchain. This is a Chinese company that has stakes in Prometheum. Now, Prometheum, remember, is the US exchange that's effectively been confirmed by the SEC as an exchange that can do what they want. Buterin is also the principal investigator of Wanxiang Blockchain Labs, which is a research non-profit in China. So it turns out Vitalik is listed as a co-founder of that blockchain, a part owner of Prometheum Incorporated, which was recently given the rights to operate a crypto exchange in the US. And it turns out that it's not just him involved. So also, who is involved? Bitshares. Bitshares are involved. So there it is. So the journalist, so Buterin is vice president and executive director of China Wanxiang Holdings. Dr. He founded that along with Feng Zhang, and Bitshares co-founder Bo Shen was cited as the co-founder of Wanxiang blockchain as well. So the Bitshares owner has principal stakes in this as well. Again, all it's done is highlight that certainly the founder of Bitshares is savvy and has done some good work. And I think just off the back of this news alone, we've seen this sort of Bitshares pump, because there is no other reason for it, other than the fact that, there's been a pump. There's been a pump, and this is the only real recent news. And look, Bitshares is they call it blockchain as organization architecture, which basically will allow financial techs to be integrated into an efficient, transparent, and reliable ecosystem. Now, Bitshares hasn't done a fat lot since it's sort of been operating. That's one thing I'll say. Bitshares is pretty much buyable every damn where. But other than sort of the growth that they've had in terms of trying to spread into DeFi and spread into pegged assets, we've not actually seen a ton from these guys. And while granted there is the owner of one of the founders of Bitshares has been doing some speeches here and there. I think he was in Berlin. There's not a lot really to talk about with Bitshares. Now, one thing I'll say is Bitshares is in a long-term downtrend. Very long-term downtrend. Now, while this is all trying to do its loading thing, let's talk about Bitget, guys, because right now there is an exclusive offer with in coordination between Bitget and this channel. If you do not have a Bitget account, there is a link in the description for you to join, and you can share in a 100-gram prize pool. And the prizes are thousands of pounds of Amazon vouchers, whether it's crypto that's just airdropped to you, whether it's a laptop that's airdropped to you, and all you have to do is join. Now, one thing that's worth noting is you don't really have to do much to get raffle ticket entries. If you KYC, you get a raffle ticket entry. If you do a deposit of $200, you get a raffle ticket entry. But even just the smaller stuff, you can do a copy trade for $1, you'll get a raffle entry. If you do a peer-to-peer deposit of $1, you'll get a raffle entry. If you do a third-party deposit of $1, you'll get a raffle entry. If you do a bank deposit task of £1, you'll get a raffle entry. If you do a Sharkfin subscription for $1, you'll get a raffle entry. And if you do an earn subscription on the Bitget token for $1, you'll get a raffle entry. Easy, very little work, very low cost, and you get raffle entries into these huge prize pools. If you can do the additional stuff like the trading volume of $500 or the total trading volume of like 50 grand, obviously you get additional entries. But it's a nice opportunity if you just because Bitget already allows you to do way more in terms of deposits as well. So one thing worth noting, Bitget have a reserve ratio of 223%. This means that it holds user assets way excess of the user assets that are currently on Bitget. 223%. That's a huge reserve ratio. It means if there was ever tons of funds that started going in to Bitget, they're always going to be fine because they're keeping such a strong damn ratio. And the better thing about Bitget right now is you can deposit so many different ways. You can deposit via bank, via your debit card or your credit card. You can deposit via bank, which, by the way, on Binance have made it damn near impossible for UK citizens to actually deposit money now. And Bitget not only have that, they have peer-to-peer trading, which is zero fee. They have third-party, which is what Binance have been trying to do, and it's working terribly on Binance. On Bitget, it works really well. You just decide what you want to deposit, and you use a third-party service like, say, Alchemy Pay, and it works smooth as eggs. So, Bitget, guys, going to be a top 5 exchange. It's huge, and they're doing great things. If you want to in with a chance of winning some crypto, use the link in the description. Now, for some reason, even though my internet is clearly working, God knows what's happening here, because CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap are just being a nightmare. What I will say, right, Bitshares is in a long-term downtrend. Its first bull cycle, it hit about 80 cents. In the 2021 cycle, Only hit 14 cents. There we go. Finally. I don't want to do that. You hate when that stuff happens. All time. There we go. So, look. Banged all the way up to like 90 something cents. And in the last bull cycle, really only hit heights of 14 cents. Really poor in comparison to its first performance of 93 cents. Make no mistake about it, it's a long-term downtrend. I don't think this is going to do anything spectacular. I do reckon it will probably hit 12 cents or so, 10 to 12 cents. I'd probably say 12. But they're just, at the moment, Bitshares haven't really built a ton. They really haven't. And when we actually look at Bitshares in terms of like what they've got up and running, and bear in mind, again, they have been running since 2015. You know, they have been, well, actually technically since 2014. And in that time, it's quite a way away now from what a number of the layer ones out there have produced. There are a lot of layer ones these days, and we're seeing way more projects on the other layer ones. We're seeing faster growth than Bitshares. We're just seeing better performances, better integrations. Bitshares needs to start speeding up. The one real big positive of Bitshares is that there is the potential to run 100,000 transactions per second. Now, if they can run that, that's faster than MasterCard and Visa combined. That could be a game changer. And that could mean that they could run, in theory, stuff like a CBDC if they were ISO 20022 compliant. In theory, they would be an ideal platform for gaming, an ideal platform for DeFi, but we're just not seeing the growth, man. We're not seeing it at all. Like, granted, 1.8 million users, 6,500 assets, but this is, and 500 liquidity pools, but there, the video just on the site shows nothing. That's a video from 2018. Now, it might be fantastic, but that's not updating, is it? You know what I mean? They're not updating at a rapid pace. Granted, they do update their roadmap. So, you can see what their aims are. Releasing a new website, releasing a new docs website, releasing new core code. But if we actually go check out, like, the wider world of Bitshares, it's still a small team. It's still a small... There's not a lot of projects, and you need more projects, you need more integrations. And honestly, this is if they can seriously achieve the 100,000 transactions per second, if they become ISO 20022 compliant, this could actually this could do something quite spectacular. Problem is, if there's just no evidence of it, because in the last bull cycle, it only hit 14 cents. They haven't had the growth. And in comparison to so many of the layer ones, they're behind in terms of overall projects. So I'm hesitant to say anything more than 12 cents for Bitshares. And that's, again, in spite of sort of what we've seen with, the founder being part of the Zhangjing, I can't even remember how to say it, blockchain, and possibly having shares in, Prometheum. Even with all of that, I'm just not expecting to see huge growth from Bitshares unless they can become compliant and unless they can really start proving consistently that they're hitting 100,000 plus transactions per second. But what do you guys think? Could this do more? Could this honestly get back to $1 or thereabouts? I don't think so. But again, if they were compliant, we could see it. I mean, look at what happened with Verge recently. They became compliant. They did about 200, 300% gain in a really short space of time. So it's a big difference maker. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And that's it. That is it. And if, guys, you want to see or copy along to my crypto investments, take the work out of your crypto investing, you can do. Just head over to copymycrypto.com. Go read the site. In fact, go have a look, see what you achieved in the last bull cycle. What gains did you have? And then go on to copymycrypto.com and compare against the members. Did you make the same gains as them? If you didn't, read through copymycrypto.com, because it may be for you. If you're going to get better returns through copymycrypto.com, then obviously it's an option worth considering. We have coins that 100x, we have coins that 700x like Phantom. And I go into the markets every day, I find the coins that I like, I get in on them, and the members copy along. It is as simple as that, no work required, same profits as me. So if you have never gone onto the website, go do that now to see if this is something that would work for you. And that's it from me, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.